Hey singer-songwriters out there, here goes 3 practical tips that will help take your songwriting to the next level. So on Instagram, I got a little DM from Michael. Michael said the following, and let me see if you guys can relate. He said, hey, I am an aspiring musician and would like to become a singer-songwriter one day, but don't know how to start. All I have is a keyboard and I can barely sing. I want to start writing songs, but I just can't find a way to come up with lyrics or music to go with anything. Is there any advice or tips you have for me? I get many of these messages in person, through DM, over the phone, at church, of people that want to write songs but don't know how to start. So I gave this man 3 practical tips that I feel like will be valuable to you guys. So here they go. So number 1, I told Michael that songs are stories put to music. That is as simple as it can get, but there's some significance in that simplicity. Because if you just think about it, all songs are just stories. Stories of that personal person, or it's a story of someone else. It can be someone else that the person knows, or someone that the person has made up, or something that they know someone has been through. Songs are just stories put to music. Now, with using that, don't be afraid to refine that story, to rewrite that story, because songs that are more relatable to more people usually like. So if you're a good storyteller, story writer, you can be a good songwriter if you just figure out how to make that work within the chords, the rhythm, the beat. So yeah, you got to drop out some words, you got to add in some words. Some things can be implied in that story. You take the song Rolling in the Deep, there's some imagery in there, like literally you can't roll in some deep, but if you listen to the context of that story, you're like, okay, well, Adele is talking about someone that messed up in the beginning and now I'm better now, and they're looking at me how I'm so much better than when I was at the beginning, but they chose to hop off the ship before things got great. Man, you could have had it all. A lot of people can relate to that. They can put their own self in that story. So making a big concept small, songs are just stories put to music. Tip number 2, Michael said, and I quote, all I have is a keyboard. Well, Michael, you're in luck. And guys out there, you're in luck if all you have is a keyboard or guitar, because that is all that you need. Now, understanding the keyboard and the guitar takes a little practice, and that's why I recommend to you guys as step number 2, understand chord and harmonic structure. The reason why you want to do that is because music is a language, just like French, English, Italian. The more you know of a language, the better you can be a communicator of that language. So you take dominant 7 chord, for instance, or you take a triad. It could be minor or major. They all say different things in the concept of music. So when you have lyrics and then you have a bed of music accompanying those lyrics, you can make people feel a different way by the language that you use in those chords. So number 2, please practice your instrument, understand it. You don't have to be a crazy chicoria playing person, but the more you know of it, the more fun you can have with your songwriting process. And the third and last point that I told my friend Michael is that you have to write a song every day. Write often. If you miss a day, don't be hard on yourself, but set a time every single day to be creative, and then practice finishing that song in that day. Why you want to do that is because you want to practice being a finisher. As artists, songwriters, producers out there, we all know that we can have a song on 50%, 75% done for the rest of time because we're so-called perfectionists. But no, we need to knock that out of our mind and put in the word finisher. Finish out your songs. You're gonna write a lot of bad songs. That is just a given. Everyone does that, but you want to get through all those bad ideas and then hope you get 10, 20, or 5 good songs out of all the songs that you have written. And those 5 songs might change your life. Now to turn it to you guys out there, out of the 3 tips that I gave my friend Michael, what impacted you the most? You can comment below tip number 1, tip number 2, or tip number 3, and I would love to interact with you guys in the comments. Also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and check out my other videos that could take your music career to the next level.